Seattle this way, right?
Just zoom in. Stay for two.
Yes.
We're still waiting for Bruce to come in, but in the meantime, I'll call the meeting to order for a special meeting, May 26, 2020, for the Tustin Town Board. Please start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag,
Flag.
United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one
One
nation,
nation,
under God, indivisible.
indivisible, with liberty and justice.
There's only one announcement, that there is not a public comment period during this review, but you can follow up with the town board for further information or questions. Item number 2 on the agenda is correspondence. The correspondence we've received 3, one from the Upper Delaware Council, reference the anaerobic digester course. While the location of the anaerobic digester unit in the town of Tustin Barn facilities outside of the federally designated Upper Delaware Scenic and Recreational River Corridor, and therefore our advisory jurisdiction. They wish the best of luck with that. From the Division of Planning for Sullivan County, they endorsed the Town of Tustin Town Board to serve as lead agency and have no comment on the proposed projects. That's from Fred Eisenberg, the Commissioner. And from the Ag and Markets, regarding the Town of Tustin anaerobic digester, the department does not object to the Town of Tustin's request to act as lead agency pursuant to section 617.6B2 and 3 of Title 6 of the New York Code of Rules and Regulations and Environmental Conservation Law. Those are the 3 that we received back regarding putting out Town of Tustin as lead agency. I'm sorry? No, that's fine. For the short environmental assessment form, part 2, the impact assessment. You want to bring that up on the? We'll do this similarly as a roll call, so that each town board member has the ability to go through these with me. Number 1, it's either no or a small impact may occur, or a moderate to a large impact may occur. Number 1, will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulation?
No.
Jane, you've got no. Jill, any?
No.
Randy?
No.
Okay. And I don't see a moderate or a large impact, so I would go with no on that also.
And I would just like to add that it's an accessory use and that's contemplated in your zoning.
Okay, thank you.
You should discuss more than just say yes or no, because that's what's required.
Number 2, will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of the land? I'm going to say no. We've got it up at the highway barn. The footprint that is up there is not one that's going to create a use in the change of use or intensity of the use of the land that's up there as we're doing a commercial highway barn. Jane,
No.
Brandy, any comment on the,
I'd say no, and it's going to be accessory use, no increase in intensity. It takes 2 to 5 hours a week to operate.
okay. And Jill?
Agreed, no. Agreed with your comments.
Bruce is here.
Brucey's here?
Yeah, look down.
Oh, I don't have the whole screen up. Okay,
He's still back there.
Bruce has joined us.
Audio.
Let me know when he's got the audio and I can add him in on there. Number 3, will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? I don't feel that it's going to impair the character or the quality of the community based on the location and the amount of distance that it is off of the highway and the availability for the people to see it from the highway. Brandy?
Was that me? You broke up.
Yes, you, Brandy.
I'm going to say no, and it actually will engage the community as part of the circular economy. It's a good thing.
Jill?
I say no, and I agree that it's a positive thing for the community.
Jane?
No.
Brucey, do you got your audio?
Yeah, I'm just getting hooked up, so I'm not sure. I ain't saying nothing.
That's fine. Number 4, will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristic that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area, a CEA? We've got no critical environmental areas that I am aware of.
There are none in Sullivan County.
Okay, so we can go with a blanket no on that, but I will still ask for it from each of the members. Brandy?
No,
Jane?
No.
Jill?
No.
Bruce, you can throw a no on that one.
I'm a good no.
Okay. Number 5, will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? We don't have mass transit here. There's no biking or walkway trails up there that adverse change in the level of traffic. And Brandy can answer better what they expect the amount of traffic to be in that. So I'm going to go with a no with that. And Brandy?
no, and again, it's going to be 2 to 5 hours that will be up there operating, and otherwise it's self-operational. It's a week. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Jane?
No.
Jill?
No.
Bruce?
No.
Number 6, will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? I'm going to start with Brandy on this one. I'll let you have the comments.
No, and actually it generates renewable energy, uses power that it produces to run the pumps or switches and heater. And that's a no.
Okay. I'm going to be a Jane and say that I'm going no with the comments that Brandy has said. I don't have any to add to that. Jill
I agree with Brandy. It's a no.
and Jane.
No.
Number 7, will the proposed
What
action
happened to Bruce?
I'm a no. I'm just over here in the shadows.
Will the proposed action impact existing public-private water supplies, public-private wastewater treatment utilities? I'm going to go a no with both of those as it's not hooked into either private or public, and Brandy can speak better to connections that are there regarding
Yep, the only water that it uses will be a water hose, which is recommended for housekeeping, and doesn't connect to our sewer or water department.
okay, so there's no connections that would
No.
either of those.
No, just a hose for cleaning it off.
Okay.
Very simple.
Jane,
No.
Brandy? I got
No,
it ready. I just want to make sure you're still a no.
absolutely no.
Jill
Nope.
and Brucey.
Nope. Looks good to me.
Number 8. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? To the best of my knowledge, we don't have historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources that are located at our town highway facility.
Only if they have antique trucks.
I don't believe any of these are going to be affected by it, so I'm going to go with a no on that one.
Yep, no.
Randy?
Yeah, no, absolutely not. And it'll be great paired with the solar array. So I say no.
Jane?
No.
Jill?
No.
And Brucey?
Nope.
Okay. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources, example, wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora, or fauna? Again, where the location of this is going to be, it's not in any of our natural resources, wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality. I don't see how it's going to affect any of those in there, so I am a no on that. Randy?
No, and just so you know, it's an enclosed system, and so there's a zero waste system as well. It inputs food and beverage waste and outputs beneficial renewable energy, which is converted to electricity or heat, as well as biofertilizer or probiotic plant.
Okay. Jane?
No.
Jill?
Nope.
And Bruce?
Nope. We're good.
Number 10, will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? Again, the location is at the highway barn being an enclosed unit. I don't see any erosion, flooding, or drainage issues resulting from this being up there. Brandy?
No, there's no runoff because it's absolutely enclosed, a closed system unit.
Okay. Jane?
No.
Jill?
No.
And Brucey?
Nope.
Number 11, will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? Brandy, I'll let you lead off on that one.
No, we're going to be training the operators and have them certified. The system has a timed airflow exchange through a biofilter. There's no odor issue because it's designed to be completely closed. I mean, I just want to make that point. There's no odor. We won't attract any animals or bear, and with an additional air filtered through biofilter exchange. Excess biogas is released through an igniter staff. The goal is to have no excess. So the digester has over 90,000 hours of operation with absolutely no odor complaints. So no.
Okay. I'm going to go on no with the comments that I've heard from Brandy for the basis of that. Jill?
Read with Brandy. She's our leader here and she's got the information. Thank you, Brandy. No.
Yeah, I'm not the lead.
Jane?
Well, one of the leads for sure.
Yeah.
No.
And Bruce?
Yep, no, I think it'll be good to go.
Okay.
We don't have any food waste. Look at all these kids we got.
You have waste. Everybody's got waste.
Oh, they eat everything. Trust me, they eat everything.
Bones.
Corn cobs?
Well, the chickens eat them.
Part 3, short environmental assessment form, Part 3, determination of significance.
So I would say that based upon the fact that you answered no to all the questions, this section requires a narrative, which I will draft and finish after the meeting. We don't have to do that part now, but the board would have to make a motion to declare what's called a negative declaration, which is what I would recommend based upon the fact that you said no to everything. So you need someone to make that motion and then a second and then vote on that.
Okay. Brandy, could you make the motion for us, please?
Well, can I just say so moved, or you want it?
Brandy's looking to make a negative declaration on our short form environmental assessment form. And a second,
I'll second it.
I've got a second from Jane. Okay, all in favor, Brandy,
Aye.
Jane,
Aye.
Jill,
Aye.
Brucey,
Aye.
and I am an aye. Okay,
And then based upon that, you'll have, you can move forward with a motion authorizing the board to proceed with the project, ratifying the town's prior consolidated funding application to the DEC and New York State Climate Smart Award Program submitted on February 28, 2020, approving the imminent purchase of the horse anaerobic digester from Impact Bioenergy for $127,500, with monies to be reimbursed from the New York State DEC, contract number DEC 01 C010114GG-3350000, and the Climate Smart Award of $63,750 match, and ratifying the contract for professional services with the Center for Ecotechnology, Inc., which was signed on March 29, 2020. So you need that motion to be made.
I will make that motion.
I'll second it.
Needed. I have Bruce for a second. Jane,
Aye.
Jill,
Aye.
Brandy,
Aye.
Bruce.
Got him.
There you go. I'm an aye.
Uh,
And I need an A or nay from you, Brucey, on the motion to move forward.
I'm all for it. Move forward.
Let me see here. Danielle, do we need anything other than those?
No, you're all set and you're ready to move forward.
Okay. Well,
Thanks, Danielle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you,
also
Mr.
wanted
Smith
to,
and Ms.
want to
Porter.
thank, I want to thank Michael Smith from Seattle. He's here. He's the one who did that homework, and I'm reading the homework. I mean, I want the credit where credit is due, and I really believe in the system, but you know, it's from the man who actually runs the company. So thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
I think you're muted, but there you are.
It's just his volume is down.
Oh yeah, your volume's down.
Okay, can you hear me? Hello?
Barely.
Yes.
You need to turn your volume up.
How's that? Can you hear me?
Much better.
Great. Thank you. And it's all true. Everything we provided, everything we've said, I really appreciate it. It's great to see all of you. I did my homework a little bit, so I know where you are on the Delaware, and
He's threatening me.
I know that area a little bit because I used to live in New Jersey and canoe the Delaware. So I didn't make it as far north as Tustin, but I've been up to the Tri-State Park. We launched from there and canoed all the way down to central New Jersey.
It's much
That's
nicer.
where
up
we
this
spent
way.
our afternoon today on the Delaware.
It's a beautiful area. And we have another horse in Hudson, New York, on the other river. That's been there over a year now, and it's because the COVID-19, there's slow activity, of course, but it's still running, and it's brought a lot of excitement around it. So I think you're going to see that as well. I do know that in New York, the American Biogas Council we're a member of, they track states, and right now there's over 200 digesters in New York State, mostly in wastewater, landfill, dairy. So food waste is the new frontier, and it's really the best feedstock because it has the most calories, as we know as humans. But it's uneaten food. So it's all that great calorie and nutrients that turn into the beneficial products. And it's a great, it's not a NIMBY issue at all. It's really becomes people want to see it. They want to be part of it. So it's almost like I want it in my backyard. We call it IMBY, an IMBY type project. But we have made some great progress on the West Coast. So we just sent 2 to California, working with University of California, San Diego, and University of California, Davis. Actually, San Diego they just built a brand new campus, and the digester was the featured part of that campus. So it's really bringing that technology into the community is a great way to get people to understand where food waste goes and that it's a resource that really can be harvested locally. So I'm excited for you. This is great. And you have a wonderful team, Jennifer and Scott. They're going to be your champions.
They are. Yeah, I want to thank Jennifer who got us the grant. She actually brought the whole thing to our attention and she saw it through and we're so excited. Actually, she and Scott and the kids went to see the Hudson horse and told us all about it. So we're all looking forward to this great project.
Thank you, guys.
A motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second. Yep. Third. All in favor?
Aye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks so much for coming.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Danielle.